Okay, continuing our lesson on basic inequalities and their graphs. We were cut off in the last video, so we're just going to do 4 more problems here on the board. Okay, number 2. Like I said before, you're going to solve these inequalities just like you would an equation. Your goal is to get the variable by itself, to isolate it. So if I want x by itself on one side of this inequality symbol, I have to cancel out this -1 somehow. So what I do is I add 1. And the properties of equality say I can't just add 1 here. I also have to add 1 to the other side of the inequality symbol. So -1 plus 1 we know is 0. So that cancels it out. So what are we left with? X plus 0 is greater than 7, which we know is the same as x is greater than 7. So now I'm just going to graph those solutions on our number line. I come to the number line, I get to the number 7 and I do a circle. I'm going to do an open circle because there is no equal to sign here. And I'm going to draw an arrow pointing to the side that is greater than 7. So all values higher than 7 point to the right. Number 3. Again, my goal is to get x by itself. So I have this -7 here. I want to cancel it out, do an inverse operation. So this I'm going to add 7 to. -7 plus 7 is 0. And I can't just add 7 here, I have to also add it on the other side of the inequality sign. And I'll be left with x is greater than or equal to -1. X is isolated, I have a solution, I'll graph this on a number line. I come here to -1, and I consider, do I need to do an open circle or a closed circle? Well, because there's a line here, signifying x could possibly equal -1, I want to do a closed circle. And x is greater than or equal to -1, so I want to point in the direction of all numbers higher. Number 4, x minus 1 is less than or equal to 3. Again, question, how do I get x by itself? Well, I don't want this -1 here, so I'll do the opposite. I'll add 1. Okay, that cancels that out, and I'm left with x is less than or equal to 4. Now that I have a solution, I'll go to my number line and graph it. Come here to the number 4. I see that I do have an equal to, so I'll have to do a closed dot at 4. And x is all numbers less than or equal to 4. So my arrow this time is going to be pointing to the negative direction. Number 5. N minus 2 is less than or equal to 4. Again, I want n by itself. So I want to handle this -2 here. I want to do an inverse operation and cancel it out. So how would I cancel out a -2? I add 2. -2 plus 2, that's 0. So I'm left with n is less than or equal to 6. I'll come to the number line and I'll graph the solutions. You come over here to a +6. I'm going to do a closed dot because n could possibly equal 6. And I'm going to draw an arrow pointing to all values less than or equal to 6. And if you want to practice this any further, just go on to IXL, you need to, and do section T.3.